So welcome to our Mentoring Mondays for today. Emilio is going to introduce our speaker.
Zongxiang May, known as May, serves as International Education Coordinator and Alternative Response Officer at the Center for International Education at Central Connecticut State University. Additionally, Dr. May holds the position of Adjunct Professor in the Educational Learning, Leadership, and Educational Technology Department, Faculty Advisor of the East and Southeast Asian Association at CCSU. The focus on study abroad initiatives, May oversees a range of programs, including short-term faculty-led courses abroad, summer independent programs, and semester abroad programs involving exchange students. Multifaceted responsibilities showcase a combination of scholarly research and hands-on experience. Dr. May's primary research interests involve around international education, study abroad, and international student enrollment. Specific emphasis on using quantitative methods and large-scale data analysis. Dr. May's academic journey began with a Bachelor of Science degree from Fudan University in China, followed by an MS and MA from West Virginia University. In 2021, she successfully obtained her doctorate degree from Central Connecticut State University.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Today, you all know each other very well, right? And thank you for the introduction. Now you all know me. Okay, anytime. If you have any questions, please stop me anytime. So for study abroad opportunities, we have different levels. I have a sheet for everybody here. So we have faculty-led short-term courses abroad, have summer independent study abroad, and 1 semester or 1 year study abroad. So if you are a freshman student or if you are a transfer student, there are opportunities for you in the first summer of the first year or from the second semester of the second year. So may I ask if she
Everybody except him is graduating. But 1, 2, 3 of them are going to Brazil.
Right.
So.
Great.
And this is as much so that everyone who works here understands what the possibilities are, so they can mentor other students and they can be informative to other students.
Definitely. So courses abroad programs, since you are going to Brazil, you know that almost no major limit because we offer different programs. 1 to 3 weeks, you'll have a group travel with CCSU professors and you will gain course credits. It happens in winter break, spring with May travel, where you are going, or summer sessions. It fulfills Gen Ed international set requirements, the 6 credits that works for that automatically. Scholarship available. Lucky you guys, a lot of you got scholarship and some of you got more than one. There is no penalty to withdraw before the program deadline. So it's okay to change your mind. The summer independent programs, now we're working with our students going to South Korea, France, Czech, Spain, Italy, and Japan this year. They put it online. So that is in the middle, more independent because you will go there by yourself, but to a partner university, it's shorter, 2 weeks, 3 weeks mostly. And before you start homesick, you come back.
If you want, if you click the minus on the box, that will disappear. So it won't be like,
Yep. So from the second year, since you're graduating, you'll be accessible to all these programs. For the semester abroad, I will talk that now, no major limit, mostly look at your degree, what degree evaluation, what courses you need. It's some programs may be very cost effective because mostly you pay CCSU tuition or your financial aid scholarship directly apply to that, and the living cost like housing and the meals you pay to there. And as we know, it could be cheaper.
It depends on,
Overseas and
it depends
here,
on whether
right.
or not the dollar is strong.
And for some programs like Salamanca, you pay tuition to University of Salamanca in Spain. I know here we have a lot of students can speak Spanish. The tuition there is so much cheaper than here. And Czech Republic is also this case. So if you talk to other students, even freshmen, never too early to start planning. The credits and the grades will move back to CCSU from A to F, like the CCSU courses.
And one of the things that we will be doing when we're in Brazil is checking out Westgate,
Yeah,
right, as a potential place.
I have a slide.
Oh.
Back to this. Yeah. So why we have know that not everybody can study abroad, and in CCSU is between 1% and 2%, and we know the companies they want people with international background, and we're at US, we know our customers out of this lab, and you don't know how exciting, rewarding it will be when you come back. This is a student gave me this lecture.
Yeah, trivia question, where's this picture taken? It's a very famous spot. It's in Ireland. It's actually not in the UK. It's in County Clare at the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland. My great-grandfather came from not too very far from there. One of my great-grandfathers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So you don't know how impactful your experience would be, change your life and other people's life. And we have another program going there this summer, government program. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Next year. So I'm talking some about my own experience. Before I was working in this office, in that office, Confucius
down there?
Institute, yeah, the first office. So I took CCSU students to China 4 or 5 times. Last year, I went with the Croatia and Italy program. So you see here, this one was a picture that we took with the local government. Their economic development and community engagement department. And here we went to the national park to see how the war impacted this national park and how they rebuilt it. And finally, we went to Venice, you see. Hey. And here some other students' experience.
Well, there's Dr. Jones. There are 1, 2, 3 history majors here. Over there on the left, I think, no?
This one?
On the left, and the picture on, in the,
No, not
that's
Hannah,
not, that's not
Hannah.
Mark?
This is the Dr. Chunao.
Oh,
Who
okay.
took the students to Japan this spring break. They went to a
okay.
temple for meditation. And on the right one was a group of communication students went to Paris and
Macarons.
yes.
That's what they were probably making.
Yeah.
You have to type those.
And here's from our long-term semester abroad students. This one is Dylan. Dylan went to Spain. Of course, he played soccer there, and he made everybody to take a picture to send us back with the CCSU flag. And on the right was a student took 1 semester abroad last year.
That's beautiful.
The springtime when the cherry blossom had the blossom was in late May, early April. He went out at night with the temple. So here for semester abroad, where will you study? We have so many partner universities everywhere. You are going to here.
Well, the dot is kind of in the wrong place.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it needs to be a little further south.
further south. Okay.
Yeah, like right around there.
We are working with IT department. They're going to do an interactive.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And if we click on that, you will show us the website. So this one is in Brazil, and we also have one in Chile. So currently we have one student from Chile studying at CCSU. Next semester we will have two. We are working with them for some exciting their summer program, which is our winter. So
Cool.
yeah, to go into Chile, that the tuition is way lower than here. So we're looking for more opportunities in South America for our students because we see the student bodies have been changing, the student population has been changing, and we want to have more resources to support our students.
I was noticing there's a lot of European countries that are available to study abroad.
Yeah, naturally that top three destination for study abroad: Italy, Ireland, Spain. Right, they're all European. Now Japan is becoming popular. But if our central, we want to be a HSR institute, we need more.
Dominican Republic. Mexico has improved now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Peru would be, or Ecuador would be a good option.
Yeah, we have been working. We have a agreement signed with Ecuador, but the student exchange has not been finalized yet. One big reason is it's too expensive for us. In Peru, we have one course abroad program to Peru
Right.
in May, almost the same time as you guys. We are working.
But it's a program for graduate students.
It's a graduate, and we're going to the #1 university in Peru and talking about the collaboration. We will go to
that's
that
good,
university.
Because we would not get the time of day at the #1 university in Brazil. It's the #1, it's one of the top 5 universities in the world. And they work with Harvard, Yale, Columbia,
Right.
Chicago, Oxford, Cambridge, Sorbonne, and the rest of us can like forget it.
Yeah.
And that's fine because
I don't remember.
in Peru, it's the Católica, it's the PUC. It's the
Yeah,
PUC.
I need to find it for you. Mary,
It's
but
probably that one, yeah.
It's the PUC.
Yeah.
It's the PUC.
And-
Or as I say with my Portuguese accent. So there are a series of Pontifica universities around the world, but they are unlike, say, the Jesuit universities or colleges. The Pontifica universities are directly under the control of the Vatican. So I don't think there are any in the United States.
So for this kind of thing, I have to thank our faculty members for this kind of partner university collaboration. Almost every university starts from one faculty's personal or research scholarly connection, then we expand to university collaboration, then we open that for students exchange. So we are very fortunate that we have professors like Professor Mahoney for Brazil and other professors.
So for Brazil, for Bahia, we could establish something for the Africana Center for Bahia.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Mhm.
And Bahia Salvador Bahia is the largest African city outside of Nigeria. Yeah. But you have to advertise it as Bahia because when you say Salvador, they think you're going, I don't know, to Central America or something. But Westy, I think in particular, is the place to advocate for with the new climate change group, because there's so much going on about that in the area.
And you know that is at the higher levels.
Yeah.
Really not like so. So for study abroad, some reminders. One is use your passport ready if you want to study abroad. When you talk to other students, I can leave this here today for how to apply for your passports. And for scholarship, we have good scholarship available for GPA 3.0 and above students. So I think while I talk this to the students or the parents at open house or the accepted students
They
there,
always line up for you.
yeah, everybody was happy when I say bump her GPA up, keep a good GPA. The parents were very happy. And I have seen personally some students because they wanted to study abroad, they bumped the GPA up and got a scholarship. So it's a win-win situation. That's my last slide.
Who cares?
So Professor Mahoney asked me to keep it more conversational, so more about the questions and answers. So I want to ask you, for three of you, is this the first time you study abroad?
Yes, first time going with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How about the rest of you guys?
I never studied abroad.
I have studied abroad, but not in the traditional sense.
So several students were born abroad.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. And so this is kind of study abroad.
Okay. It's like me. How about you? So we have great potential with working with your center, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I would say, and Melody said that we had a lot of applications or people, sorry. We went to, or I didn't, Melody went to,
They were
Yeah.
behind me.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
We ran out of job applications.
Wow. Great. Good news.
So, so maybe when we organize things for the fall, it would be good to have you back,
My pleasure.
right? In
Definitely.
the fall or the spring, whatever's easiest. Yeah. So how did you get involved in interested in this?
I started because of my experience from Confucius Institute. At that time, the Chinese government had funding for American students. College students go to China and they support almost everything in China. So CCSU has a partner university named Shandong Normal University. It's under the sister relationship of the state and the Connecticut state and Shandong province. So since it's a free program, almost a free program, we just need to pay the air tickets. We started working with the CIE at that time. And it was a learning experience for me, not only for as a chaperone, also as a student. And the student convinced me to apply for the doctorate degree at the CCSU. Yeah, so it's a learning experience. I had better understanding about the undergraduate level of American students because I came here for the master programs. So I didn't enjoy that much about the campus life like you guys. And then I learned and I went with EOP students, Education Opportunity Program students. Most of the students are first-gen students from low-income families, and they would, when we were close enough, comfortable enough, they would share with me about their financial budget, how they can afford a 10-day trip to China, even that it was almost free. So it was eye-opening opportunities for them to learn a different language, culture, and also for me, I learned that, we need to provide better opportunities for our students because for some of them having 3 or 4 jobs, if you want to go out for a trip to China for 10 days, you're losing money. And there are the bills waiting there for you to pay. So then I started the interest about study abroad. Then because I'm a SWOF member of CCSU, I could get the tuition free, and we have the doctoral program for educational leadership. While we were on the long time bus or on the train, the students convinced me, say, May, you should apply for it. It's free, and it will be better for you. And they taught me all the skills or the tricks how to get a good grade. Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe I'll learn that when we're about things I don't know.
So I started thinking, yeah, I want to be expert about international education, and my personal interest is in studying abroad. So when there was a job opportunities open at CCSU Center for International Education, I applied, and luckily I got it during COVID time. So I had a lot of time to learn, and from the previous experiences, and I took a lot of trainings, got 4 or 5 certificates from those learnings to guide our practice. So it's very rewarding. When you come back, a lot of students will, let me know how exciting. I like it. I want to do it again.
I have 2 questions. Is this, the Brazil trip, is that the largest group you've helped to apply for study abroad, or?
This year is the largest. Since COVID, last year largest was 19 students, and this year you have 20. And this one is different because you have 2 different departments, 3 different level courses, and 3 professors.
My second question was, what are some tips that you would give to students who want to study abroad?
From the courses abroad, we shared some added orientation.
Oh, okay.
Right. My biggest suggestion is open your mind. Have a happy and a positive view while studying abroad, and then come back safely.
Remind me of that when I've had no sleep.
Because we know something will happen. Like your, let's use the example of your program. The flight changed the week before we had the orientation. The return flight changed the airport. And
It's not only they changed the airport, they changed the flight time so that when there was no way we could get through, we could get off the domestic flight and onto the international flight. We were clearly going to get stuck in Sao Paulo.
yeah, so when they changed it, I had no idea. So I think, okay, 2 airports. What's the difference? But I need to ask the professors. Then Professor Mahoney called me, and I was pulling my hair.
So first I was like, I can't deal with this today. I can't look at this now. I have class in 10 minutes, right? And because May was asking me about the change of airport.
Is that okay?
Is the change of airport okay? So I'm like, well, okay, fine. But it wasn't until 2 days later that I had time to concentrate. And I looked, and you had put it in red,
Yeah.
okay? And I looked at the time between when we arrived in Sao Paulo and when we left Sao Paulo, and I was like, this is not gonna work. Like, there's no way. Hi.
Sorry.
No, we're just having mentoring Mondays. Come on in.
This is the IT department. I just need to check the papers.
Oh, okay.
So you keep doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna check it.
Okay. Right, and May was, May and various other people were like, well, are you sure an hour and 20 minutes isn't enough? I'm like, there's 23 of us. We have to get off the plane, walk to, in the domestic terminal, walk to the international side, which is didn't used to be very far, but they expanded for the Olympics and the World Cup. Yeah. And then we have to go through security again and immigration and find the gate. 23 people? I'm like, there's no way.
I'm glad feel very
The other
well.
printers over here that you're probably looking for, I think that's the only one we've
Yes, I
got.
got 2.
Dr. Bowden, I understand your frustration all too well because coming back from the Caribbean to the US, passing through Puerto Rico or Miami, I absolutely hate it because you come from one end of the terminal to go to the other.
Yeah.
And an hour and a half, even for one person, sometimes isn't enough. So I
I
can
know.
understand your
I'm
frustration.
like, no way, 23 people
With luggage.
with luggage? If they check it through, because I'm assuming they're checking it all the way through.
They normally do, but some of them, they leave it and you have to carry it.
Yeah, you cannot control that.
On the way in, we have to pick up our bags in Sao Paulo, go through customs and immigration, drop them off again. And so I think the 3 faculty members, we're gonna have to tag team. And, right? But, cause we've got 3 hours, I think 3.5 hours. But if it takes us an hour to get off the plane, an hour to get through immigration, and then we've got an hour to get back on the plane, I thought we had all this time, we'd be like having breakfast and, moving on. Like, no.
You may not have free time.
No, so we're gonna get to Salvador at 11:15, and then, which is great, and the bus is gonna pick us up, I think, at 1, which hopefully we'll get something to eat in Salvador. Anyway,
So going back to the topic, open your mind and be positive.
just follow me
Yeah,
around and
Dr.
make
I wanna
sure.
be positive.
So after that day,
I'm trying, everything will be fine.
yeah. So what
Everything will be
what
fine.
we did, we worked with local vendors, we looked with US vendors, we checked the flight before, say, we need to change the flight for 23 people. And luckily they did, but when they gave us the tickets, there was one person without ticket number. Guess who?
There was no ticket number for me.
That's on you, Dr.
No, it wasn't. So I thought about saying, oh, well, it must be in there somewhere, but I emailed May but can we get a new printout with my ticket number, like
I will,
on
I
the
will.
ticket?
So,
No, seriously.
so for international vacation, international travel, it's such a big group of 23 people. Meetings could a lot of things. That's why we are working very prepare period. Some things we cannot control. Just be adaptive.
The weather.
It has been raining.
Yeah, but it's mostly raining at night.
Okay,
I checked.
all right. We cannot control the weather. We cannot control the road. We cannot control the light. And that program, yes.
So
The day they went there, the Paris workers started on a strike.
Oh my God.
So the metro even stopped. So things could happen. And that is a part of the whole study abroad package. It will just make you more independent, make you more capable for the intercultural capability, competency, that's another word, and make you more ready for the future challenges.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I have to say, getting back to what Cynthia said earlier about most of the programs being in Europe, there were places where it's very easy to take students.
Yeah.
So you decide you're going to go to London, you're going to stay in London, right? Or you go to Ireland, you're going to stay in Ireland, you get one bus and, right? If we were to stay in Rio, it would be less complicated,
Right.
although more in other ways more challenging. But I wanted to set this up so that we not only saw the big cities, we saw the rural areas also. Yeah. And that means, and in addition to that, Salvador doesn't have, well, we're too big a group to get on local buses.
Right.
When I thought we were
going
gonna be 9 people, then I thought, we'll just take local buses. It's not gonna be a big deal. We'll take the subway, we'll take local buses, and everybody can right, or whatever. But now we have to have a bus. And there is a bus issue that I need to, that I need to talk to you about. Because
Oh.
Clelia wants us to have a minibus, all right, that seats 30 people, rather than a 45 or 60 seat bus. The problem is we're bringing translators with us,
Oh, yeah.
and like 30 people on a 30-seat bus? No. Yeah, everybody's gonna be really unhappy. Either that or we need 2 microbuses,
Mhm.
which is gonna raise the price.
We can do that.
2 microbuses?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 microbuses the whole time we're in Nelson, I am fine. And we may need a second boat to the Ingenious Sunbelt, because the first boat holds 30 people. And we have a lot of people from Westgate who may join us.
If we have no issue about the liability about their students. Let's be positive.
Let's be positive. So that's one of the things that I need
Yeah.
to talk to Marcelo about,
Yeah.
because he's like, we'll bring the translators to you.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't it be great if the Brazilian students who need to practice their English, and the American students who don't speak Portuguese, could all be in the bus together?
That's the best. You have
You know,
deeper
wouldn't it be-
connection.
Wouldn't it be great?
Yeah.
I really have to grade my history methodology papers, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but we had a similar experience in China that we have the Shandong Normal University students pair with our students in group. We had one day city tour. I was not with them. The students took students. They tried bus or Chinese Uber or Chinese taxi. They tried a different, even subway. They tried different transportations. They went there by themselves. So
So if this works, it's going to be wonderful.
yes.
But there are a lot of moving parts. And
Yes.
part of that is